Very good morning to you, boys and girls. It's Monday, the 4th of March, 2019. Welcome to the town of Bracknell here in Royal Berkshire. And this morning's United Kingdom talk. Notice anything different? Anything different? Oh, is it the haircut? No, not the haircut. Oh, what can it be? Oh, they're all looking around. What can it be? The new backdrop. The spring backdrop. Do you like this? I put this up last night. Isn't it nice? And you know, I must say there was a couple of folds on it, like, not folds, creases. And I thought, no one will notice those. And then I thought, yes, they damn well will. It would be either Roy Brownlow, John Parrish, or Ray Reynolds that said, oh, there's a little crease over there. And Ray would leave it until tonight. He'd call me over to his table. He's got a new telly. Ray Reynolds has got a brand new telly. I am being watched on a smart telly in Ray Reynolds' house. He's got a brand new 49-inch, dear. It's very good. Sounds very good to me. He sends me pictures of it. Various me on it. And was it Saturday night? I think I rang him, as I do most days. I ring Ray Reynolds. And I said, now that's the new telly going. He said, I got called a bloke out. He said, I've pushed a button on the remote and I've lost a load of channels. So easy to do. And I said this, how complicated now is it to watch a telly? You know, gone are the days where you have 5 buttons. You pushed one of the buttons and you twisted it until you could see the channel, didn't you? And then that's it, done. And you never, ever had to move it or rescan or do anything. That was it. Done. Until you bought another telly. It's the same. And then you did button 2 to tune in BBC. Is that BBC 2? Oh, it looks like ITV. Of course, the thing is, you were never quite sure which channel you were tuning into. Oh, I think that looks like BBC 2. And then press the next one, ITV. And you're like 4, actually 3. It was only 3. I think there was about 5 buttons on there, of which you only used 3. BBC 1, BBC 2 and ITV. And once they were tuned in, that was it. Along came smart tellies. So every few weeks, you've got to rescan the damn thing because someone's moved the channels around or something like that. Why do they do that? Why do they move channels around? Why is, for example, why is BBC News 24, that's a good one. Why did BBC News 24 move from, I think it was 200 to 213 or 231? Why? Why not just leave it at 200? I don't understand why they do that. Very, very complicated lives we lead now. We really do. Shall we say hello to early people this morning? Let's do it. Starting off on youtube.com. Good morning to Weird City Dissident. Good morning, Kazam. Hi, Chris, he says. Good morning to you, sir. Weird City Citizen is in the house. Claire L. Good morning to lovely Claire. Smart TVs are only as smart as the operator using it. Yeah, exactly. I had terrible trouble if I go around to someone else's. There's the remote. What do I do with that? You push a button, everything goes off. This is what happened to Ray Reynolds on Saturday night. But he's worked it out now. He's got his channels back, I'm pleased to say. Claire says, can we have one of those daffodil heads, please, for spring? Where daffodil heads? There's no daffodils on there, is there? What do you mean, What do you mean, Claire? Daffodil heads. Are you talking about these? These are the orchids, as given to me. One from Maureen, one from Ray Reynolds there. Orchids. What do you mean, Claire? I haven't got any daffodil heads here. Please explain more. Thank you very much. Over on Facebook Live, Mark Jones gets the first message in this morning. Good morning, Mark. Adam the plumber, working very hard. Good morning, Adam. Hello to D, who's in... D, I think you're in Germany. I'm sure you're in Germany. Good morning, D. Wayne Martin is in the house. No driving buses for him today. Maybe later on. Hello to Paul Goddell. Good morning. Stand by, studio. Stand by, everyone. Stand by. We're on air now. Can you keep quiet, please? Millions of people are watching. Can you shut up? Shut up. Sorry, I'm speaking to the rest of the studio staff in here. Morning to Michael Pullman in Australia. Michael Lawrence is in the house. We are very well this morning, Michael. Unlike my aunt, she's not very well at all at the moment. She's got a nasty chest infection, and it is nasty. I've been speaking to her phone on a couple of days, and yesterday it sounded particularly bad, and I got her to call 111. You know, is it 101? 111? the NHS phone number, who listened to what she had to say, and I told her to tell her exactly what it is. And she rang me back afterwards, and they said, thank you for calling. We've sent the information to your doctor. Please ring them on Monday morning. Well, what use is that? She could have done that this morning on her own. I thought, well, that's a waste of time. Anyway, I wasn't sure that my cousin, her son, knew about this, so I rang. I will only ring him if there's a real emergency. You know, we haven't had a row or anything like that. We just don't. You know, we're not on that sort of, you know, ringing all the time type thing. So I only ring if there's some sort of dire emergency or something. I said, I think your mum's really ill at the moment, and he went round there last night and cooked her something to eat. Auntie Brenda, this is, but she's got a really, really nasty chest infection, and you can hear it down the phone. You can hear it. There's a few people have had this. Well, my mate had it, didn't he? He had not the same one, probably. This is the only thing. Often someone has a cough, you know, and you say, oh, number 13's got that down the road as well as number 25. You know, it's a bug going round. It's not a bug going round. I spoke to the doctor about this once. I did exactly the same thing. I think it was a stomach issue with me. I can't remember now. And I said, I've heard there's a bug going around it. And the doctor says, oh, a lot of people always say that. He said, there's always many, many bugs going around. It's not just one. You know, so the one that you have might be completely different to the other one. So he went round there and cooked, I think, an omelette and raspberries and some ice cream. And she had that because she told me she hadn't had anything to eat. And I was going to go round there last night. It's a bit of a journey for me, about an hour there and an hour back again. But as my cousin went round there, I thought, oh, okay, well, that's all right then. So he went round there. And hopefully she would have rung the doctor by now. Actually, looking at the clock, so I'll ring her as soon as the show finished. But nasty chest, nasty. Loads of phlegm coming up and all that. Not very pleasant, is it really? Good morning to Paul Goddell. Morning, Paul. Ray Reynolds. There's Ray Reynolds is in the house. Good morning, Ray. Let's be ready for his news. I've got news. I have many news stories today, Paul. Don't worry. Good morning to Mari. Hello to lovely Mari. Morning. All right. Adam's loving the new black backdrop. Thank you very much. It's a little bit like the one I had last year. I was concerned it was the same one until I opened up the last one. And they are different. But it's very pretty, isn't it? Very, very pretty then. Mari likes the backdrop as well. Look like you're sitting in an orchard. That's nice, isn't it? An orchard in sort of, you know, sort of late spring when it's nice and warm. And you've got the smell of the flowers. Oh, isn't that lovely? All my snowdrops are out there. I think the daffodils are a little bit late this year, aren't they? I haven't got really many daffodils up at the moment. There you go, racing the orchids and a lovely spring backdrop. Good morning, Katie Ann Patterson. Morning, my darling, who's also loving the backdrop as well. Good. So my niece is now in Cyprus. They got there okay. She got there. Apparently, she says it was freezing cold. It was pouring down with rain in Cyprus. Awful. Oh, wait on a minute. Did Claire reply to that? No. There's JP. JP is in the house. Ah, there we are. Claire. Daffodils go round your face to make a beautiful yellow flower. You see them at rugby matches for Wales. Yeah, because it was St. David's Day yesterday, wasn't it? Wales, Wales. Or was it yesterday or Saturday? I can't remember now. It was either one of the two. St. Patrick's Day is the next one. Now, I promised the priest, if I was doing the organ on St. Patrick's Day, I'd do that great St. Patrick's Day hymn, How Glorious St. Patrick, dear saint of our all. And it's on a Sunday, funnily enough. And then I looked at my calendar, and that's when I'm in Cyprus. Can't believe it. Just for a week on Sunday, the 17th of March. That's St. Patrick's Day. So that's a bit disappointing because I really wanted to play that one. It's a very rousing hymn. Dear saint of our all, on us thy poor children bestow a sweet smile. I like that one. Very rousing. We like rousing hymns, don't we? We do, Claire. Mornings to Joanna joining us there. Let's have a look there. Jave, have I missed a button? Where's the button I've missed? I haven't missed a button. Button done up, button done up, button done up. Do you mean these ones? There's a couple of buttons. I haven't bothered doing these today. I couldn't be bothered this morning. Bird jacket will go well with backdrop. The bird jacket. Have I got a bird jacket? I've got a cloud jacket and a strange... Have I got a bird jacket? Oh, I'll have to look. I'll have to see if there's a bird jacket. In fact, I'm going to write that down. I'm going to see if we can find a bird jacket. I quite like the sound of that. Good idea. Good idea. A bird jacket. Dear. See, Ray, the chest infection going around is debilitating if not treated. Yeah, I'm hoping she goes to the doctors today. Michael's getting a bit of a cold. Or do you want me to come around? I'll come around and look after you, Michael, if you want, mate. You won't have to lift a finger. Nurse Chris will be there to cover your every need. Every single need. How kind am I? Yes, Leon, put a green screen behind you. No, that's far too complicated, Leon. I've said green screens. That's where a lot of TV programs, when it's done properly, it looks really good. It's actually quite difficult to do properly. You have to light it properly and all that. I can't be bothered with all that. Morning to Hayley. Good morning, Hayley. Is it your boy who's 8 years old today, Hayley? I can never remember whose kids are whose up there. Is it Charlie who's eight? I know Charlie's 8 years old. Is that yours or Kelly's? I can't remember now. And good morning to Maureen, whose birthday it is as well today. Maureen's birthday as well. So many birthdays. In fact, Maureen, you got a message here from the lovely Simon Keane, who texted this in actually yesterday, ready for the show today. He says, can you wish Maureen a happy birthday for me today on your show? Thanks. I would come to Central Station tonight, but I'm attending Gordon Banks' funeral and then off to the wake afterwards. So that's from the lovely Simon Keane. He's such a nice chap. A bit loud. He's a bit loud, but he's a nice bloke, old Simon Keane. Anyway, thank you very much. Julian, chest infection's been going around Mallorca too. Yeah, it's a particularly nasty one. Hello to Chris Manzar. Morning, Chris. And Hayley Lee. No, it's Kelly. Oh, it's Kelly. Okay, it's Kelly's little boy. Charlie is 8 years old today. And for some reason, when we have these like family events like birthday parties and all that, and I go up north for those, he attacks me. I think it's my own fault, to be honest, because what I do, what happens at these family events is that all the adults, they're all standing up there, talk about politics and things like that. Me on the floor with the kids, absolutely. And then I become a horse, and they all jump on top of me. In particular, Charlie, who takes great pleasure in trying to knock me down. I don't know why that is. Happy birthday, Charlie. Followed very closely by Harry and George, although George won't be there, of course, this time. Talking about my niece in Cyprus, she did give me a FaceTime call yesterday, and I was able to see the house that they've got there temporarily. It's not their house; it's like a rented house, but it's quite nice, you know. It's actually quite nice, but it's not got like a view of a sea or country or anything like. I think I've got the best view in the world at my caravan up north. I really have. I open those doors and the fields are in front of me, and I love it. I've just booked actually. Was it yesterday? I think yesterday afternoon I got a little message from the caravan insulation people. You may remember a few weeks ago now I told you I've been in contact with a caravan insulation people because one of the best things you can do is insulate the floor. Let me tell you, in the winter, when you stand on that floor in a pair of socks, it is freezing. I mean, really, really cold. Well, of course, it's not just the floor that's cold, because all the heat is going straight out the bottom. So I'm having the floor insulated, and a couple of blokes, I found a company to do that. They'd already done some other caravans on the site, and they come around and they crawl underneath, and they put this metal shiny stuff, several layers of it actually, and they attach that to underneath the caravan. It's probably something. It doesn't seem too much of a large DIY job to do, to be honest. I think, you know, if you wanted to get dirty, and you didn't mind getting under there and probably getting a bit of dirt in your eyes, you should always wear glasses, actually. Working underneath anything at all, you never know what's going to drop in you. A little bit of metal goes in your eye and you rub it. That's it. End of eye. Only got one set of eyes, dear. Only got one set of eyes. And you should always wear the glasses. And it's probably you get this rolls of stuff and do several layers, clap with, I don't know, a gun stapler or something like that. Probably not a bad DIY job to do. Or not really a lot of thinking to do. You know, you just cut it to size and staple it up. But it's not something I wanted to do. So I've got these blokes and they rung me and they said they'd been round to have a look. They said they're going to have to remove some of the skirting to get right underneath there. So it will be a little bit dearer than the first quote that they gave me. Did I still want to do it? So I said yes. And that's booked in for, I think, the 3rd of April, 10 o'clock. They're going to be there to do that. And it takes about 3 or 4 hours, that's all. It's not too bad at all. And that should vastly improve the warmth in there. In the winter. There's only 3 things I want to do now to the caravan. I think I remember telling you I was going to move some stuff around, have a wall taken out and this, that and the other. But it's all money. Yeah, it's all money. And I found I'm going to do that. I'm going to get a smaller bed. At the moment I've got a double bed. I think it's about 4'6". I think I could probably go to 4 foot, maybe even a bit smaller than that. Not a single bed. That's too small for me. Yeah, I want to be like a starfish. I like to lay like... I go sleep like that. I go sleep like Jesus on the cross sometimes. I do like that. Like that. I'm asleep. Obviously without the nails in your hand or anything like that. But I do sleep like that. So I want a reasonable size bed. But the one I've got is too big. It's so tight in that room. And a smaller bed would just sort it out. Don't have to take any walls down or anything like that. And what's the other thing? And the other thing I want to do is put a plastic shed round the side to put my gas bottles in because they keep freezing. And I keep having to go out there and put hot water on them. So that's what I'm going to do to the caravan. Yeah, I know. Hayley says we had this on Saturday. Chloe and Casey. Chloe and Casey are mine and Charlie and Paige are Kelly's. It's very difficult to remember. You lot are knocking out kids left, right and centre up there, dear. Honestly, I can't keep up with it all. Terrible. Katie, I've got the best view here in Australia. She's got a lovely view where she is. And there's my nephew, Gary Butler. Isn't that interesting? I'm a very interesting person, Gary, as you well know. John's ordered a parrot. What on earth for? Well, at least you have someone to talk to then, John. Pretty boy. Someone posted a beautiful white parrot the other day, and it was swearing its head off. This parrot was going mad, swearing its head off at its owner. Hilarious, absolutely hilarious. Weird City Citizen, organ video was awesome. Thank you very much. I got to grade 4 piano. I can tell you it went all the way to grade 8. Yeah, I can't sight read. I can't sight read, unfortunately. So the piano grades were not much good to me. I think I did grade 1 or grade 2 or something like that. I couldn't get any further because I just can't sight read. You know, the sight reading is when someone gives you a bit of music, they put it in front of you and you can play it. I think it's fantastic to be able to do that. Unfortunately, I can't. And I was saying this, of course, I played the organ yesterday again at church. Nice hymn to start with, Seek Ye First. Do you know that one? Dad, seek ye first the kingdom of God. Alleluia. That one. Do you know that? Alleluia. Alleluia. I was telling Ronnie about that yesterday, my best mate. And he was saying, do you think there's that many people in there that watch the show? I said, oh no, I don't think so. There is no crossover between people who watch this show and people who go to that church. There's no crossover whatsoever. And that's how he said, are you not going to hand out leaflets and tell them when you're on? I said, no. That's not what it's about at all. Oh, God. God help us if any of them spot this show somewhere. Oh, Chris, we found your show. I can just imagine it now, can you? Oh, dear. Father would call me and I would like to sit down. Can we have a little conversation about that show that you did? Oh, no. No. There's no crossover between the people who go to church and watch this show. It's like two separate things altogether. It's funny, actually. When he was doing the sermon yesterday, halfway through, It was basically, and he finished off, it was talking about saying things. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt me. But they do. They do, don't they? I think words do hurt people. I think people have got too sensitive now, especially the snowflakes of this world. You know who I mean, don't you? You know, snowflakes. I think they've got far too sensitive. But yes, I'll go along with that. Words do hurt people. It has to be said. And he finished off the. He always leaves you with like a little saying, and then he stops and walks and sits down for a while. And he was saying, if you've got his nan said the best bit of advice his nan ever gave him was, if you've got nothing nice to say nothing. And he walked back to his chair, and then he sits down, and you're supposed to think about it, you see. And I thought about this, and it suddenly occurred to me that if I took that on board, I wouldn't have a show. Who would I talk about? We wouldn't be able to talk about Gemma Collins or that Beckham woman or anyone like that we don't like. Wouldn't be able to. There would be nothing to talk about, would there? Huh? It's a good point, though. If you've got nothing to say, nice to say nothing. I do get that. But then you wouldn't have a show. Now, would you? I mean, perhaps you'd like that. Should I just sit here and be nice about everyone? Let's throw some names at you, shall we? Jeremy Corbyn? Huh? What about that bloke with the hook? Do you remember him? I think we got rid of him. He went to America, didn't he? What was his name? Can't remember his name now. Him? Eh? Gemma Collins? Just throwing some names at you. Do you think I should talk about them and be nice? Perhaps that's what you think. It's not bad though, is it? Anyway, the organ playing went all right last night. I had a mini choir last night. Yesterday morning rather. A little mini choir. Just 2 people came up the stairs and sang with me. That was really nice. Husband and wife, you know. Lovely voices, actually. And afterwards, because I'd never met them before, he started asking questions. So what's your background, Chris? He was sussing me out. I was being sussed out. I hope you don't see this show. My God, what will happen if any of them see this show? Hello to Craig McKenzie. Good morning, Craig, who says, my little girl had a hamster, and from 4 a.m. this morning, it's been on that wheel. And Lord, does it squeak. Well, oil the damn thing, Craig. I need WD-40. God, it's noisy. Round and round they go. Well, you have to ask yourself, Craig, is that a nice thing? Is it a nice thing to have a hamster go? It's probably bored senseless. It's probably bored. Let it out the cage to run around here. You must make sure you block up all the holes, though. You don't want that hamster escaping up one of your holes. Katie, my dogs were howling then. Oh, there's a few dogs walking around those trees. I hope none of them come in here. I'm not having any dogs in this studio to start weeing up against my tree, won't they? Michael Lawrence, Chris, I was travelling on the train and someone coughed and did not put his hand over his mouth and picked his nose. And then the worst part, I was facing him on the train. Disgusting people. Oh, they're at it all the time. The worst one is sneezing. I never forget. I was in a dressing room at the place in Clapham I used to work at. And there was a drag act getting well. And all of a sudden, they sneezed in my face. I said, you dirty bastard. How can you do that? Some of us have got weak immune systems, you know. God, and sneezed. Oh, awful, awful. Why do people, dirty, disgusting people, coughing in your face and all that? Awful. Chris says, no, keep the show as it is. All right, Chris, I'll keep it as it is. We'll keep saying bad things about horrible people. Remember, I would never say anything nasty about someone nice. You know, like Mother Teresa. Bruce, what can you say bad about Bruce Forsyth when he was around? You know, nothing bad to say. I mean, you can't compare the two, can you? Bruce Forsyth, Gemma Collins. Where is the talent, dear? There is no. Apparently, she's got a stalker. Have you seen in the papers now? Gemma Collins has got a stalker. Do you know, I reckon it's a member of McDonald staff who's fed up with her going in there and giving them so much work. That's what it is, dear. Gemma Collins has got a stalker, probably from McDonald's, because she keeps going in there and giving them so much work to do. Do you think she just has one burger when she goes in there? At McDonald's. Yeah, could I have 10 Big Macs, please? And, oh, no, she'll have to throw in a few swear words as well. Can I have 10 effing Big Macs, please? And I don't want effing cold chips, because I'm a star. I'm a star. I want that now, because I'm a star. Can you imagine Bruce Forsyth doing that? Walking into a place and saying, I'm a star, and McDonald's, serve me first. I bet you can just imagine her, can't you? Going into Kentucky Fried Chicken. Well, she looks like one. She looks like, you know those chickens that they feed up with chemicals and antibiotics to make them grow quicker. I think that's what's happened to her. She waddles in there, pushes her way to the front of the queue. I want to be effing served now because I'm a star. I'm a star. And then when she don't get served first, she start crying, won't she? And then the tissue will go that way. She does like that so as not to smudge her mascara. Ghastly woman, dear. Awful. Dig up Cilla Black and bring her back on the telly now. That's what I say. Julian, does her stalker have a guide dog? Oh, let's try and make the dogs. Katie's dogs are howl again. Oh, Paul and Lou are here. That's not bad. We've only done the show today for 30 minutes and you're there already. You're practically early today, Paul and Lou. They get later and later, they do, don't they? Outrageous. Claire, have you seen Karaoke for the Deaf video on YouTube? No, I haven't seen it. Do you know what, Claire? I have actually, that has happened. I've done karaoke before and deaf people have come up and, as you know, don't bother me. You want to come and sing? Come and sing. Couldn't care less what you look like, what you do, what's wrong with you. If you want to come and sing at karaoke, you come and sing. In fact, if you want to come and stand up there and just make a noise, I'm happy. Really am. It's not about good singers karaoke. It's about joining in. And indeed, we've had all sorts over the years. Some people can't make it onto the stage. No problem. I'll take the mic down there to you, or we'll lift you up onto the stage. We lifted up, I think it was a lady, years ago this is. Years and years ago, there was a lady who was in a wheelchair. And I said, do you want to sing it down there? She said, oh, is there any chance you can get me on the stage? Yeah, so we had and straight away, you've only got to ask. You've only got to ask. And four young lads, this would have been... Now, where was this? Wasn't a massive stage. But by that, I mean it wasn't high. It was about that high. But nevertheless, you wouldn't be able to get up on a wheelchair on your own on it. And you've only got to say something. And immediately, four youngish lads, up and up they came, lifted her up. She loved it. Absolutely. Why not? And also, on your comment there, I've had deaf people come on the stage and someone has also come on there and done the hand things. All this business. What's that called? Sign language. Sign language. And I remember this bloke getting onto that. And he was quite tall. And I said, is this something you do, the sign language? He said, oh, yes. I said, well, you wouldn't get on the telly, would you? And he said, why is that? I said, well, you're too tall. Are you going to fit in a little box in the corner of the screen? Oh, I'm awful, Mildred. Awful this morning. Yeah, so fantastic. Absolutely. And you watch it and it's good. It's good. Claire, a bloke signing torn by Natalie Imbruglia. Watch it. It's so funny. I'll have to watch that, Claire, on the YouTube there. Do you want to put a link there, Claire, for the other people to see? Also, that's what I meant to tell you. Just a reminder, there's a few different lots of conversations going there. I can see them all. You can only see whatever you're on. So often you'll hear me talk to people and you can't see their messages. That's because they're on a different platform to you watching. Like Claire, for example, is on YouTube. So the people who are also on YouTube can see her messages. She can see theirs. The people on Facebook cannot see her messages and vice versa. Okay, so that's why sometimes you hear me say, "Oh, well, I can't see Claire on there." That's why I'm not making them up. Not like local radio, dear, where they make up requests. You know that, don't you? Oh yes, dear. Don't think that when you hear, you're listening to the local radio and Diane from Canterbury has rung in with her favourite 3 records. No one's rung in. They've made it all up. Oh, there's a new radio station. It started today. I'm so disappointed. I meant to catch that. I meant to catch the opening. Never mind. Scala Radio. Give that a try when I've finished. It's classical music, apparently, but it's the format that I'm interested in. I haven't heard the format yet, but it sounds like it's going to be done like something like maybe Radio 2 or something like that, with competitions and like chats and things like that. So that might be interesting. That give that a go. I should be listening to that on the way to work tonight. Scala Radio. Okay, DAB. If it's not on your DAB, you'll have to do a rescan thing, like we were saying about tellies earlier on. It's the same with radios now. Push your rescan thing and try it out and see what you think of that, all right? Let's have a look. Weird City. Hamsters only have 2 seconds memory, so everything is new. I think I've got the same problem, really. That's why I keep repeating myself, Weird City Citizen. That's why I keep repeating myself, Weird City Citizen. That's why I keep repeating myself, Weird City Citizen. JP, her stalker is the Elephant Man. No, she's the Elephant Man, except a female version. Are we allowed to say female? Is that a banned word now? Oh, is she gender fluid? Oh, what's that about Meghan Markle? They're going to bring out their little girl as gender fluid, aren't they? Is it a little girl or a little boy? Oh, no, it's neither. They're gender fluid. Claire. Oh, it won't let me do a web address. It got removed, but just type in karaoke for the deaf and you'll get it. So have a little look at that, all right? Michael, Gemma Collins fell flat on the ice and the only thing she's good at is putting her hands up when someone says leftovers or free food. Free food! I'm coming, man! I'm coming! You can see Gemma Collins doing that. Perry Hazel, good morning to Perry. Hello, lovely Perry. All right, my darling. Good. Where are we? I'm making Hayley laugh this morning. I will make you. I've got a very long finger here, Hayley. It will come all the way from here to there and tickle you under your arms or your feet. Who's got ticklish feet? Oh, I've got terribly ticklish feet. Wasn't there some bloke who went... I saw this on a news story yesterday, actually. There was a bloke who broke into someone's house and went into this woman's bedroom and started sucking her toes. What the hell's all that about? Why would you break into a house and suck someone's toes? I don't understand. You heard about the gay burglar, didn't you? Did you hear about the gay burglar? No, it wasn't me. The gay burglar broke into someone's house, cleaned it up, and then left. Have you seen some of these straight lads' houses? Oh, Christ, they don't know. My nephew's bedroom is disgusting. 21, and my niece's actually. Blimey, the mess everywhere. When I went to Florida with my nephew, he was he 18? Was that for his 18th? Or, no, I think he was 17. He was 17, and we had like a little apartment. So you came in, a lovely little place, and we were on the top floor, a fantastic view. And you came in like the front door, and then there's a hallway, and then there's his bedroom on the right, and then there's a living room and a kitchenette, and there's my bedroom on the left. And I knocked on the door one morning. Jim, time to get up, mate. And he opened the door, and he's got 2 single beds in there, one there and one there, right? And there's his bed all mucked up where he's been sleeping. And on the other side, the other bed was just covered in stuff. Just stuff. Clothes, crisper, just stuff. I said, what's happened in here? He said, what has he said? I said, what on earth has happened in here? He said, oh, I'm going to tidy it up later. How does it get into that state? Ah, straight lads. No idea how to tidy your bedrooms up. You want the gay ones to come and do it for you, my friend, all right? Where are we now? Let me... Caravan insulation, I told you about that. Miserable woman in the pool yesterday, in the swimming pool last night. I do nighttime swimming on a Sunday. She's so... Honestly, it's like... So she's in the fast side, okay? She's against the wall. So there's room for 2 people. So I got in the same side as her, but on the other side. Plenty of space. Big gap in the middle, as long as you don't get some idiot who decides to slim up and down the middle. We go round like that. Or if there's only 2 of us, we just go up and down. So I've got in that side. She's done no more than gone. She's crossed the pool, gone under the rope, so she can have an entire side to herself. Right miserable cow it is. She spoke to me. I tried to speak to her a couple of times, but she's got one of those miserable faces, like looks like it'd been slapped around with a banana skin or something like that. So I don't bother anymore. Don't bother talking to miserable people anymore. Never. Good morning to Mac. Ah, there he is, Mac. That's who cut my hair yesterday. Say hello to Mac, everyone. Hello, Mac. You're not showing this to all your staff, are you? Please don't. Please don't. Look at this haircut he done for me yesterday. Lovely. Look at this. I went into Mac's hairdressers yesterday, just after church, actually. I left the car in the church, because we're members, you see. Being a member of the church, we can use the church car park at any time, free of charge. Thank you very much. You can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. Otherwise, you have to pay. In Wokingham town centre, you have to put £1 in or whatever it is. Not for Catholics. We have our own car park in Wokingham. So I walked through there, got into Mac's hairdressers, and there was a queue of people. Oh, I was taken straight into the chair. Taken straight into the chair. All right, Chris. In I went, I sat in the chair. I said, I'll just have a haircut today, I think. He said, oh, do you want me to tidy up the beard? I said, oh, I don't know about that. I thought I'll just have the haircut today. He said, well, I'll do it for you anyway. Oh, okay. So he's cut me hair like that. Look at that. Look, lovely, lovely. And then he done the beard. And then the shaving thing come out. I said, I thought I know shaving, dear. Anyway, he's doing it now. Done it all perfect. Look how perfect that is. You cannot, I'm not just saying this because you're there. You cannot fault any of the hairdressers in that place. They're fantastic in Mac's hairdressers in Wokingham. Really good. And because I've been into places before. There's one in Bracknell. I went in there, oh, God, must be about 1.5 years ago. And you know that thing? It was like taking chunks out of my head like that, this bloke was. I never went back there. No, thank you. There, nice and gentle. My favourite hairdresser in there, I'm afraid, is not you, Mac. It's the lady next to you. You know, from Nepal. She's great. She's great. Anyway, so we've done all this. Then we had the hair shaving. Then we had the hot towel. That's nice. And you get this hot towel. I look like Edith Piaf with this hot towel. And your nose is sticking out like that. Like that. And then he starts pulling my fingernails out. Like that. I felt my hand being lifted. Told me to relax. I relaxed. If I'd gone any more relaxed, I would have slept. Start pulling my fingers. Then I got massage. Then there. Up my arms. I felt fantastic afterwards. Absolutely fantastic. Except when I got to the till and I realised I'd only bought out 21 quid. Bang on. And that's what it was, 21 quid. So I felt really guilty about not leaving a tip. I didn't have a tip left. All I had in my wallet was £21, so which was the exact amount of what it was. I think £21, about 13 pence in my wallet. So I felt very guilty about not being able to give a tip yesterday. I like to give a tip for work, don't you? Don't be tight when you're out in places. You know, people. If you've been given a good service, give a good tip, not £1. You know, £3, £4, something like that. Or in a restaurant, again in a restaurant. You know, obviously. If you've been to a restaurant and you haven't had good service, don't leave a tip. It's as simple as that. How many times have you been to one of those chain restaurants? Have you been sitting there having your meal and then, oh, excuse me, we ordered, we're very busy. Very busy. No tip for you. And then other times they bend over backwards, don't they? They bend over backwards to give you good service, like they do at Mac's hairdressing. Nose wax next time. No, mate, you ain't doing that one. Absolutely not. I've got very, very sensitive nose, Mac. Really sensitive. Someone got one of those, you know, the trimmers. And did that. I sneeze like mad. No, you're not having a nose wax. My mate's had that before when he was in Turkey. He had a nose wax. And what they do is they put this green, I think it was green, this wax. They shove it up your nose like that and they wait a while and then they pull it out. Oh, no. What do they do with it then? Is it like recycled into a candle or something like that? Mac's hairdressers in Wokingham. That's where you want a decent haircut. Okay, and they're all good in there. They're all really good people in there. If it's quiet, you even get a cup of tea sometimes if it's quiet. There's a lot of people in there yesterday. Is that the turkey flag? Is that the turkey flag? The red... Oh, I'm going to have a look at that. 1 minute. Turkey flag. Hang on a minute. Turkey flag. Is that the Turkey? Yes, it is. That is the flag of Turkey. I wonder what the Turkish national anthem is like. I must have a listen to that. Good. Don't be scared. I think some of the boys in there are more scared of me, Mac, to be honest. Chris says your undercarriage needs to be clipped. You keep your undercarriage yourself, thank you very much, Chris. Undercarriage needs to be clipped. I don't think so. Katie, is that the hot guy in the video at the end of your show? Yes, it is, Katie. You mean on the clothes video? That's Mac. The one who's cutting me hair when I'm in the chair, that's him. He owns he's recently opened a new business in Twyford. So he's got 2 hairdressers now, and I think he's got a 3rd one on the cards, which is great. It's great. He's quite young, and he has an ambition to be good. And so far he's got 2, and I think he's going to try and open another one soon. All right. I'm sorry, Mac, you're not my favourite. You are probably the best looking one in there, but the lady next to you is my favourite. I don't know why that is. She's got something very special. She's very quiet, that lady. All right. Good morning to the rest of the staff there as well. They're all watching. Roy, no birthday message for me yesterday. No, I told you there was no show yesterday, Roy. I was very busy yesterday. I had to play church organ in the morning, dear. We did that song. I told you that song. Which one did we? And we finished with How Redeemer King Divine. Do you like that one? How Redeemer King Divine. That one. Yes. Finished with that one as well. Adam. Chris, meant to ask, did you open your gift box from 3 to see what was in the bottom of it? Gift box. Do you mean this one here? Do you mean that gift box? Yeah, we opened that a while ago. It was a hamper. It was all food. Cheese, and there was biscuits, and there was like a spread thing for bread. And is that the box you mean there? That's the box there. That was the box from 3 with all bits and pieces in it. Now, talking of 3, I popped in the 3 shop again. As you know, I'm with Virgin Media at the moment, and I just have broadband from them. I had their fastest broadband, 350 gig down, 20 gig up, and quite frankly, I'm fed up paying £53 a month. It's too much. It's too much to be paying for broadband when I'm probably only here 3 days a week come next month again, you know? So I've looked at the other packages and they're all above 40 quid. So I'm thinking of going with someone else. Vodafone do a cable broadband, you know, so wired into the house. For the one that I would go with them would be £29 a month. So it's a considerable saving. Over the year, you're looking at £200, £250 a year saving on just broadband. Or there's the 3 option. The 3 mobile Wi-Fi people, they do 4G broadband. Now, I have tried it out by tethering on the mobile phone, and it works. I popped in there yesterday, and they do this. This is the 3. Now, so that works off the 4G. So you plug it in the wall. You got your SIM card in there, you Wi-Fi your computers direct into here, and it just works. And they are doing a 12, they do a pay-as-you-go one, right? So they do a 12 gig, this is just to test it out. Because if it works all right, then you can sign up, and it is unlimited data, £22 a month. That's less than half of what I'm paying for this Virgin Media. I have done a speed test. I get about 25 gig up, 25 gig down, which is perfect for me. See, I need a good upload speed because of the videos that I do, yeah? So that would work fine for me. Now, but I don't want to sign up to it and think, oh, it's not quite as good as the wired-in version, you know? Then I'd have to pay £22 a month for 24 months, and I'm not happy with it. But what they do is you can you can get a prepaid one with, I can't remember what it is now. One minute. Was it? I think it might be a 40 or 60 gig, something like that. For 89 for 80, so it's £89 for that. You get the box, right? And the box on its own, I looked on Amazon at the boxes. They're like 120 quid, right? But for £89 with 3, you'd get the router box, the 4G router box, and a prepaid SIM, I think with 40 gig on it. And that would be enough. So you just one payment, £89, and that lasts for 12 months. That SIM will last for 12 months on that. So I could then buy that, because I want to get one of these for the caravan anyway. At the moment, down in the caravan, I communicate with my electricals in there with smart plugs. For that, I need the internet. And I've got a little thing in there, but it's about £10 a month. Well, this would be much cheaper. £89 for the whole year. And then I could try it up here, see how well it works, and then decide. Because I want one for the caravan anyway. So then, once I've tried it out, I just take it down to the caravan. Plug it in there, that's it. And the other thing with a 4G router, of course, is that if you was to move, you simply unplug it and take it with you and put it back in at the other place. So I think I'm probably going to order one of those for £89, that is. And that seems a sort of reasonable offer to me. Apparently, these are extremely popular at the moment, so there's a bit of a wait. There might be a couple of weeks wait for you to get one, but I think they've priced it very competitively. £22 a month for broadband. That's not a special offer. That's what the price is. You know, often, sometimes you find with these broadband things, it's like a special offer. And it might be like £20 a month. After 12 months, that goes up to 35, you know, so you've got to watch out for those little bits and pieces like that. All right. Katie says, I need a router box in my life. Roy has reported me to the Pope for not sending me birthday presents. What? Birthday presents, dear? Have you gone mad? Like I've got loads of money to spend on people? I don't think so. Hang on a minute. Let's just do these. JP, you should get a Wi-Fi closed-circuit television for your caravan gear. Well, I haven't got anything expensive in the caravan, to be honest. I don't really have anything expensive in there. It's just there's one really old computer running Windows 7. There's an old it's not even a smart telly, which sometimes doesn't come on. You know, you have to keep turning it on and off. That's about it. That is about the highest value things in that. The kettle's probably worth more than the blooming telly. So, yeah, I see what you're saying there. Let's have a look there. On there. Yes, Virgin and Sky are devils for creeping the bill up secretly. So that's interesting, yeah. Right, let's just pop across on there. 1 minute, and I've got a couple of little news stories and bits and pieces to read you this morning. If I can just find... I've lost something now. Just a second, my darlings. Let's just bring that up on there. Bring that up on there. And there we are. That's where are we now? Right. Bum, 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 bum. There we are. That's that done. There we go. Is that done there? Sorry, gang. I have a little bit of a problem there. Let's sort that out. I can't do that. Just trying to remove something from you. There we are. That's it. That should go now. Done. Good. Where are we? Okay. Today's items of note. Now, this is weird. I first spotted this little story on Saturday, boys and girls, in the Daily Mirror. Now, the Daily Mirror is particularly good for funny, sometimes strange stories. Probably the best one out of all of them for papers. But here's the latest craze that's happening at the moment, gang. Latest craze. And it says, when it comes to social media, it seems not a day goes by that there isn't a weird challenge taking off. From the Harlem Shake. Do you remember the Harlem Shake? Shake, shake, shake. Remember that? To the In My Feelings challenge. I don't know what the In My Feelings challenge was. People love filming themselves doing bizarre stunts but the latest trend seems to be a lot more tame. This is called the Cheese Challenge. The Cheese Challenge. And it's the new craze, and oddly, it involves adults and older children throwing slices of cheese at babies' faces. It goes on. It says in the Daily Mirror, yes, you did just read that correctly. Parents are throwing cheese at their children. Basically, it all began on Thursday when a Twitter user shared a video on the platform writing, "Just cheesed my little brother." In the video, someone could be seen throwing a slice of cheese onto a baby's forehead. The post quickly went viral, with more than 8 million people watching the clip. After receiving such a strong reaction to the video, the user admitted that it wasn't actually his. He'd actually found it on Facebook and shared it as a joke. But it was too late. It started something. People all over Twitter began filming themselves flinging cheese at children's faces, with one mum even going as far as to throw an entire cheeseburger at her young son. Some little ones thought being hit with a slice of cheese was funny. Others, that would be the snowflakes, didn't seem to know what was going on, while a few started crying afterwards. And even those who don't have babies are getting involved, throwing cheese at their pets instead. Well, I haven't got a pet here. I mean, I could throw one at Jack the monkey, couldn't I suppose? While hundreds are jumping onto the board, the craze, not everyone is impressed by the viral challenge. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. The do-gooders. Busybodies. One person said, "It's so wrong in many ways." These are the people with that humour. We all know them, dear. People who don't get humour. Another commented, "Oh, it's child abuse." A third added, "Effing idiots, throwing cheese slices at babies' faces. Wow, you're so cool and funny. What you really are is a piece of shh." "Stop throwing cheese on your children," proclaimed a fourth. A different user filmed themselves simply handing their child a slice of cheese to eat, with many agreeing it was a much nicer version of the challenge. Oh, you're having a laugh, aren't you? I think it's turn it around the other way, gang. Of course, there was a danger aspect to this, that you could accidentally get the cheese in the child's eye or something like that. I get that. But why not turn it round? Turn it round. What I want you to do, if you've got children at home, this would be excellent for Charlie and Casey. Okay, well, if you've got children at home, sit yourself down on a chair, give your children those slices of cheese, and let them throw them at your face. Film that. Film that. I shall happily do that when I go up north again in April, if I remember. And we'll film that. And also when I go to Cyprus next month. Weird City says, "I remember the breaded cats. That was funny too." Oh, I don't know the breaded cats. What was that one? Breaded cats. I don't know that. Weird City, hole in a slice of bread and cat's face peeps through. Is that right? There's this new craze in China at the moment where you have to make it look like you're sitting on a plane. And what they do, isn't it funny, these crazes that go around? What they do is that they get a bottle of fabric conditioner, because it's the shape of the hole in the handle, and they put that against a window or a picture and pretend that they're in a plane. Why would you? I don't know why you would do that. There must be an awful lot of bored people in the room. There really must be. Where's your messages gone? There we are. That's better. Let's hello to Nikki Sinclair. Good morning, Nikki, joining us today. She's on the same page as me, aren't you, my darling? Morning, Nikki. Oh, not long till Brexit, is it? We'll be out soon. Bye-bye, Mrs. Merkel. Thanks. You're a bit expensive, but the pleasure was all ours. Goodbye. Michael Lawrence thought it was very funny, as I did as well. I did as well. Katie says, "I nearly died watching that. So funny." People literally throwing bits of cheese at their children. You wouldn't do it to hurt them. It's just a bit of fun. Just a bit of fun. Oh, it's child abuse. No, it's not. The kids are laughing. And if they're crying, teach them to laugh, dear. Teach them to laugh. Adam Closed circuit television got the home can be expensive. I looked at getting some cameras to keep an eye on the pets at home, and the prices are quite dear. So in the end, I went on eBay, got some cameras, cost 15 quid new, so you can talk to the person. He's got a 360-degree view. Yeah, Ronnie's got cameras. He's got one camera, Ronnie, right? Actually, I bought it for him a couple of Christmases. It took forever to put the damn thing up. And he's got, it comes on his mobile phone, and he can move it. And I looked at this camera. I said, does that move? He said, yeah, watch. He's got his mobile phone and it moves like that. Isn't that clever? Very, very clever what you can do. Wherever he is in the world. Good morning to the delightful Paul Dow. Good morning, Paul. Hope you're well. Nice to see you there. Roy says, I see Manilow's been run over by a steamroller. He's flat and fat. How rude are you? If only you had the smallest piece of talent in your little finger that man has. That man has. Oh, dear. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Good. That's that little bit there. Well, let's have another news story, and then we're disappeared today. Oh, have I been near an hour? It goes so quick when I'm talking to you. It really does. I do enjoy chatting to you in the morning. Where's the other story? There we are. Now this bloke. Now, here's an idea for you, boys. Those of you that are into girls, here's an idea for you, and it will probably be a lot cheaper than having a girlfriend or a wife. I'm sorry about this, ladies. Some of you are very expensive. Some of you are cheap. Well, it's probably the wrong thing to say, isn't it, there? Never mind. It's said now. Some ladies are very, very high maintenance. You can imagine Gemma Collins. How high maintenance would if you were Gemma Collins' boyfriend or girlfriend, come to that, how high maintenance would she be? You'd be taking her to McDonald's every hour. Where should we go to Kentucky Fried Chicken? Mind you, at least you wouldn't have to go to... I bet she demands expensive restaurants now. I bet she goes to the Ivy. Can you imagine sitting next to Gemma Collins at the Ivy? I mean, where would you... There's no room. Or next to her on a plane. Oh, my God. She can't possibly be able to go in an economy seat. Can you imagine Gemma Collins on a Ryanair seat? I mean, it's like, you know, my definition of hell. Sitting next to Gemma Collins on a Ryanair plane. Oh my God. Anyway, this is in today's Super Soaraway Sun. The Sun. It says, not every daughter would be thrilled if their dad filled his house with a harem of glamorous life-size female dolls. But Rhiannon says it warms her heart to see her father so happy. Her double divorcee dad, Dean, 58 years old, buys his 12 pals bras, celebrates their birthday, does their makeup, dresses them, and shares a bed with one of them. These are those dolls, you know, the life-size dolls that are made to look like beautiful women. Rhiannon, 20, that's his daughter, was shocked when he started his collection after giving up Real Women 3 years ago. But she now understands it keeps him from feeling lonely since he retired. Well, this is like me and the monkey. This is like me and my little monkey next door, Jack the monkey, isn't it? But she now understands it keeps him from feeling lonely since he retired from his job as an NHS mental health nurse. Rhiannon, the daughter, went home from her journalism course at Essex University, even helps with the dolls' makeup and choosing their clothes. Life-size dolls, these are. Speaking exclusively to The Sun, she says, I'm not going to pretend this is normal. It's bonkers. But I see it as innocent fun. When I pop round, Dolly girl Monique is sprawled on the sofa watching TV. In the kitchen, Athena is making a cup of tea. And upstairs, blonde bombshell Sarah is reading a book in bed. Domestic bliss. Sipping a cup of tea while patting Monica's thigh, Dean insists he has never been happier than with his fairly low-maintenance friends. He says, some people might think it's creepy, but I'm happy and not hurting anyone. When my first doll, Sarah, turned up, I stopped seeing her as an it within hours. My brain says it's stupid. They are plastic and metal, but they have developed into something else, and I feel protective. His 3-bedroom semi in Ipswich is a shrine to his big-busted, teeny-waisted mates. Dean has spent thousands of pounds from his NHS pension on him, and even has a further 4 heads upstairs, including a pointy-eared Vulcan, which he plans to dress in a Star Trek uniform. He often takes his dolls apart to swap heads and bodies, but says, I asked their permission and apologise. I mean, is this any different to me being in my car and pretending I'm flying a starship? I have to ask you that. Because often when I'm in the car, and I enter a very bad area, like Shepherd's Bush or Croydon or Hackney. If I enter a bad area, I put my central locking under, shields up, and I click the central locking. Shields up. And if I see a speed camera, I say, activate cloaking device. I do this when I'm in the car. When I'm driving along, warp factor 5, Mr. Sulu, please. Yes, Captain. I like Sulu from Star Trek. I like Sulu. Does anyone else do that, or is it just me? Or if someone cuts me up, lock on phasers, fire phasers. This is while I'm driving. Is that a normal thing, do you think? Not sure, really. Morning, Alan Russell. Good morning. Is this the same as what he's doing? His first doll, Sarah, sometimes shares his bed, which he insists is for comfort, really. He says, I was married a long time and I was used to someone there. It's nice to wake up and see a pretty face. I know what you mean, dear. Dean, I see a pretty face every morning when I wake up. I've got a mirror next to the bed. Wonderful. Well, I can't think of anyone I'd rather sleep with than myself. I'll be honest with you. Of course, the thing with these dolls, they won't fart in bed, will they? Oh, it's just disgusting. Oh, it's awful having someone fart in your bed, isn't it? You know what I mean, don't you? Oh, it's absolutely disgusting. And they laugh, don't they? They think that's funny. It's not funny. Oh, oh, I can't sleep with anyone. Oh, I've never been able to sleep with anyone, really. That's the truth. He spends, these are not cheap things. Look at this. He spends at least £1,400. Wow. Buying dolls from a Chinese firm. But he says, I can afford it. My house is now mortgage-free and I live off my NHS pension. Well, I don't know how much they get then. Dean is a talk of Ipswich and neighbours have even met his ladies. He explains, I say, look, you'll see me carrying what looks like a dead body. I should explain I haven't murdered anyone. Well, that would be quite fun, wouldn't it? We could walk through the streets, with one of these dolls, perhaps in a coffin possibly, and see if anyone says anything. Or drag them along the floor by the hair. What are you doing to her? It's a doll, you daft thing. He says, I put a picture on Facebook of Magda smiling. No one knew she wasn't real. They said, oh, she's nice. Someone you met? Another time, I was at traffic lights with Monique in the passenger seat, and people didn't realise she wasn't real. It's an ego boost driving around with them. Rihanna on ads. Retiring cut dad's social life, and while it's easy to find the dolls creepy, I cannot emphasise enough the improvement to his mood. So maybe there's something there, boys and girls. Those of you that are a little bit lonely. I get a little bit lonely sometimes. Not badly lonely, just a little bit. Actually, I quite like, like last night I seem to be creating lots of endorphins at the moment. Endorphins. They're the chemical in your body that makes you feel really good. I can be sitting there, and it happened again last night. I was sitting there watching Baptiste on BBC One Colour. That's on Sunday night. It's Baptiste, the French detective. Very good programme. Great acting in that. And it all came over me suddenly. It's very random, but it keeps happening now. I suddenly get full of endorphins. Now, I don't know, those of you that used to go raving in the 1990s will know what I mean by endorphins. Yeah? So you could be sitting there, someone would come up to you and say, "Oh, do you want to buy some of this?" Oh, you know. And then very quickly afterwards, you would get, "Oh, it's lovely. Oh, it's nice like that." Well, I keep getting that, but naturally downstairs in the living room. Or up here in bed, I can be lying there and suddenly it all comes over. And it makes you feel really good. Really wonderful. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, it's nice like that. You know, like having a nice massage or something like that. What I got down Max yesterday for free. Oh, it's nice like that. Is anyone else getting that? Is that an age thing? Is there anyone sort of over 55 who gets that? Or over 50? It's been happening more and more often recently. I don't know what it is. Is it just that I'm happier? I don't know. Don't know really. It's nice how you like that. Oh, I could probably bring it on. Shall I try and bring it on? Let me try and bring it on. Go on, close your eyes. Let's relax together. Let's relax. Yoga with Chris. That's a new video. Yoga with Chris Reardon. How do they sit like that in the lotus position? Right, here we go. Yeah, I feel quite good now. I feel quite good and totally and utterly relaxed and fairly calm and happy. Anyone else? It happens particularly when I'm downstairs in the living room, just relaxed in the telly. I never used to get this. It's really, really nice. It really is. Michael's going to get me one of those dolls. Oh, I don't need one of those, Michael. You can get male versions as well, can't you? I don't know how long the batteries last. Michael, what happens when he wants to go out to dinner? Does he take one of them out with him? That's a good question, that is. Would you take a doll out for dinner with you? Does she have a heartbeat? Katie. Oh, dear. Chris looked horrible dead with his eyes shut. Is it an age thing, Katie? That one feels much more calm and stuff like that? Joanna's laughing her head off. Paul and Lou, it's like the blow up one I've got in the loft. Is that the way? Is that what you get out when you've had a row with your missus? You get that and start talking to your doll. Oh, Brian's back is killing him. Oh, is it really? Sorry, Brian. Poor old Brian, his back's killing him this morning. Hope that gets better soon. All right, let's do today's birthdays. First of all, Maureen. Good morning, lovely Maureen. She texts us in every day. She comes along to the karaoke every Monday and some Fridays as well. So good morning to you, Maureen. A big, big happy birthday to you, my darling. Happy birthday to lovely Maureen. To Charlie, who's 8 years old today. Kelly's one of Kelly's children, Kelly's son. She's up north in Woodall Spa. Family member. Good morning, Charlie. A big happy birthday to Charlie this morning. We've got other birthdays here. Where are we? John Mills this morning. We'll do yesterday's birthdays as well while we're here. Just a minute. John Mills. Good morning, John. Young, 67 years old today. Good morning, John. Happy birthday to you. Michelangelo Mason is 39 years old on this Monday, the 4th of March 2019. Faye Wood. Good morning, Faye. Happy birthday to Faye. Are you one of our Manilow ladies? 70 years old today. Good morning, Faye. Happy birthday to you. Martin McKenna. Happy birthday. Lovely picture of you with your little trunks on there. Kasper. All-round nice guy. Kasper Simonson, who's in Australia. I think he's in Australia at the moment. I work with him in Belushi's in Hammersmith, though. Happy birthday to you, Kasper. Do you know, it's 10 years ago. Funnily enough, I got one of those, the Facebook reminder type things, memories on Facebook. 10 years ago, I was at Belushi's in Hammersmith. I can't believe that. One of the best jobs of all the time. That Belushi's, and of course the one at London Bridge, which I love that job at London Bridge Belushi's. 10 years ago now. Can't believe it. Happy birthday, Kasper. Nice to see you pop up on the old timeline there. I do remember everyone generally that I worked with over the years. It's been hundreds, really, hundreds. Dotty Kevina. Dotty Kevina. It's 52 today. Good morning, Dotty. All right, looking fantastically glamorous, my dear, with that blonde wig on there. Chris Jones, 45 years old today. Good morning, Chris. Happy birthday. Anthony Chisholm. Good morning, Anthony. All right, Tony. who is also Millie Turner, one of the nicest people you'll meet, that is. Happy birthday to you, Tony. It's been years now, isn't it, since we saw each other. I used to work with Tony, who was an excellent drag queen, is an excellent drag queen, at the Black Cap in Camden for many, many years in there. Yesterday's birthday, yes, he's here every morning generally. Roy Brownlow was a young 58 years old yesterday. That's Sunday, the 3rd of March. Good morning, Roy. Happy birthday to Roy for yesterday. All right. I did see some of your pictures on there. You look very happy. Marlon Simpson. Good morning, Marlon. 32 years old. He's raising money for the Terence Higgin Trust. Marlon, he used to be one of my sound boys in heaven. And he's gone on to do better things now, bigger and better things. Good morning, Marlon. Happy birthday to you, sir. Diego Spagnolo is 27 years old yesterday. Alan Holiday. Good morning, Alan, who's got about 10 profiles. 68 years old yesterday. Good morning, Alan. Happy birthday to you. Peter Martin was 66 yesterday. Charles G.A. Van Dorn Ward was 61 years old yesterday. We got a lot of older people on here, I must say, this morning. Good morning to you all. Emma Japp, 29 years old yesterday. David, lots of birthdays. David Campbell, 49 years old. Only one more year, David. One more year till you hit the big 50. And it's fine. Hitting big 50 is fine. It's like when you nearly got to 40. Do you remember that worry? And you got there and everything is fine? It's the same at 50, my friend. I'm hoping it's the same as 60 as well. I'm hoping to get there, to be honest. Maria Leek, good morning. Maria. Gary Ackers Delacroix, 49 years old yesterday, sorry. And finally, Nick Foster. He does radio. It was his birthday as well yesterday. So happy birthday, boys and girls. Oh, where's my voice? Where's my voice coming from? Oh, that's where it's coming from. Just a minute. Mute that. Have I gone? Good. Now I can sing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Shut up, Paul and Lou. Hovering over the mute. How rude. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, boys and girls. Have a nice day. Yeah. Brian's got chronic pain. Oh, Brian. Sorry, mate. Horrible, innit? I've had back pain and it's one of the worst things ever. My mate suffers from that. He's on all sorts of painkillers and all the time he is. Michael, cheese challenge with the dolls. What an excellent idea. You could start throwing the cheese at the dolls instead of babies. Michael, is the Black Cap going to be reopened? We would hope so. There is a group of people that have been trying to reopen the Black Cap for 3 years now, and it's still going on. It's still going on. They won't give up, mate. I'm telling you now, they're very, very, very on this thing. They really are, and they're working very hard. Chris Clark and Alex Green are the main people who are trying to sort that out. But yeah, it's still up in the air. They're still trying to reopen it. How you can have a business in the middle of Camden High Street and not having it open, I do not know. I mean, it's just madness, isn't it? Absolute madness. Google breaded cats after the show. I will do. John, check out Fires. They are cheap, mate. What Fires? Check out Fires. Hang on a minute. Have I missed something out here? Check out Fires. Let me just scroll up there. That's funny. It's on there and it's not on the other thing. Interesting. It's on one and it's not on the other. Alrighty, just to let you know, boys and girls, if you're in North London tonight, it's Monday night karaoke. There it is at Central Station Bar, Wharfdale Road, King's Cross. Starts at 7:30. Completely free to come along and either sing a song, or join in with anyone else, okay, who's singing, or just sit there and watch, okay? Karaoke tonight at Central Station Bar in Wharfdale Road every Monday, 7:30 until 11 o'clock. Have a nice day, boys and girls. Thanks ever so much for joining us for the show today. And I'll see you again very soon. Cheerio now.